Good morning. Good morning. Hello, beautiful. How are you out there this morning? We are going to talk about reasons that your business has hit a plateau. And a plateau, y'all, is when your business is just like here. Like you were going up and up and up. You were increasing in business. Everything was going good. And then all of a sudden, it's just like this. You're not increasing in sales. You may not be decreasing sales. You may just be here at a plateau and you can't get past it. I'm going through it in my weight loss journey right now. For the past week, I've been just at one set weight. So we're going to talk about some things today about different what causes your business to get into that plateau and get stuck in that rut, and ways that you can pull yourself up out of that and keep your business growing. So we're going to start this live at about, I'm going to wait to 9:55, and then we are going to talk about some things um, and some ways that we can grow our businesses, right? We're going to talk about some ways that we can keep it hot, that we can keep customers coming. And if you are new to the screen printing business or any type of t-shirt printing business or any type of custom making any type of custom goods, this video will really help you out. So stay tuned and rock with me, y'all. Okay. And if you have any questions about growing your business, make sure that you go ahead and start dropping those questions in the comments. I'm going to keep today's Motivational Monday on topic as much as I can. I know I haven't been around a lot, y'all, and people have been like, hey, Lady Print Boss, where you at? What's going on? Boom, 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 boom. But I am in the process of growing my business. When my business hit a plateau a few weeks ago, and I was not reaching my sales goals. And for me, I am in my business, and at the same time, I'm kind of outside of my business because I'm not physically running my screen printing business as much anymore. I'm kind of hands off. However, when things do not go great, that means that the boss has to come up out that office and get to that shop and make some things happen. So I know that a lot of other people go through this in their business when they have to step out and get things back going. And for me, it's always been, I built it up, I'll tear it down. Before I let anybody else tear it down, I'll tear it down myself. So we're going to talk about all of that. Good morning, Jesse. How are you this morning? I'm going to be doing some multitasking while we are waiting on a few people to get on here. Can y'all hit me? Yep, you guys can hear me good and all of that good stuff. Tell me in the comments where you're located, what city you are in, and tell me what type of business you do. What type of business are you in? Do you sell custom t-shirts? Are you a brand? Are you looking to build your brand? Are you do you mainly sell mugs? Tell me what it is that y'all do out there. Oh, so I have to pick up a few t-shirts today. We have Amazon on the press today, and I'm going to actually, I was supposed to do it over the weekend. Y'all, I absolutely lost the keys to the shop. I don't know if you guys saw, but I had pulled some screens out, coated the screens, And I had told the guys, hey, I'm going to print this job myself on Saturday. Well, I lost the shop keys, so I was not able to print the job that I wanted to print on Saturday. So that means we are behind and I need to get out the Amazon job. Let me check out some of y'all and see what you guys are talking about out here in the comments. Woo. Yes, we're going to manifestate, do some things right here. Manifestation Monday. We're going to make some things happen. We're going to get motivated so that we can have a great week. And I do miss going live and doing this stuff with y'all. So we got about 5 more minutes before we start. Okay, so we got custom t-shirts printing, sublimation apparel in here. Let's see here. We've got people who are doing it all. We have people in here who are doing it all. So we're going to just wait a few more minutes and then we're going to get it started and get it popping. So it is Monday. Monday is the day that I set my goals for the week, y'all. Mondays is the day that I come in, and Mondays is always the day that I try to come in to the shop and set the goals for the week. And I normally, because I've been doing this for such a long time, I know how much money I can make throughout the week, depending on the time of the month and the time of the year. So normally my Mondays, I call Mondays 10 grand Mondays, right? And I'll try to do 2 of those within the month. For me, my business, I'm going to tell y'all. So right now, in the business, there's me, there's Ken, there's my nephew, there's my son, there's Benjamin, and there's Vic. Okay, so it's 5 people. Well, 4 and then me. And I have to make sure that my people eat, right? So it's when sales go down, that means that I have to get out there and I have to get it because I got to pull in that profit. And so that's why y'all have not seen me as much here in the room, because as much as I would love to just sit here in the room and do my Lady Print Boss consulting stuff, sometimes it will affect my business, and my t-shirt business is how I make the bulk of my income from the t-shirt business. And then also I make a lot of money on my dog business. My dog business actually makes more than the t-shirt business, but I don't run the dog business hands on. That's Ken that runs the breeding business. So okay, 2 more minutes, 2 more minutes. Come in, y'all. Share the video and all that good stuff, and we gonna get some things popping. I gotta get out there and pick up some shirts this morning, y'all. Okay. Hey, East Sudden, how are you? You in Irving? Good. Dallas, Texas in the house. Okay. Y'all, I'm going to be doing something at the maker space pretty soon, and I will post that information up. I got a bunch of stuff going on. I'm doing an event that I'm going to be a vendor at an event. It is called Urban Street Fashion Show, the Urban Street Fashion Show, next month. And I am mainly going out there under the Lady Print Boss brand. And because I want to do a setup and I want to show people how the setup process should work and all of that stuff when you're out there and you're, trying to build business and all of that. Okay, it is show time. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Good morning, Miss Arlene. Good morning. How are you? Well, E Sutton, we're going to see if we can help you with that. We're going to see if we can help you with that. Get some things going. Um, so that when you do events, you will sell much more stuff. Okay, y'all. So the topic today is your business suffering from the plateau effect? And like I said before, you all know, you can be in business for years. You can be in business for months. You may have, let's say that you jumped into doing t-shirts, or you jumped in and you started selling mugs and cups and things were going, right? And it was just some people take off like boom. And then other people just kind of just stay there and kind of stay stagnated and then move a little bit, move a little bit. Some people get t-shirt equipment and they don't move at all. So we're going to talk about reasons that you can plateau, what you're going through. And let's start out with the product that you're selling, right? Are you selling? It could be that if you started selling a product and it was going good, right? Let's say like if you're niche down and you're doing, let's say you're selling a whole lot of tumblers that say something about, lemonade, right? And then all of a sudden, that product is no longer selling for you. You're no longer making money selling that product, right? It could be that that product is something that was for a season. If you are selling a seasonal product, so seasonal products will come in and out of season. And that could be the problem. If you are selling, it's like me. If I'm selling hoodies right now in the summertime, those hoodies may not be selling, right? So sometimes it can be that you're selling a product that's not in season. Another thing that you could be experiencing is that the product that you are offering, it's no longer a hot product. It's not hot. People are not wanting the product. And normally I find for most products when we're talking about custom apparel and cups and stuff like that, custom apparel, mugs, cups, decorated items are always in season. Always in season, right? But what's not in season sometimes is what you put on it, right? Is what you put on it. So sometimes it can be your decorating method that will slow you down and customers are not purchasing because of, let's say, for example, if you do sublimation and you're finding that you're getting a lot of customers who are wanting custom t-shirts and they're not wanting the polyester, you have to figure out then, how do you pivot to be able to include these people who are calling you into your business model? Or do you not want those people? Like for me, I always tell people that when you are getting into sublimation, you should be able to do it, because sublimation is for like add-ons, right? So 25% of the items you do should be t-shirts, the other 75% should be other things. Sometimes people will jump into the t-shirts because sublimation within the last few years has become really, really popular to sublimate on t-shirts, and because it's so easy to get into with these DIY printers, that everybody now wants to get into sublimation. So what happens is people will get into sublimation and then they find out, hey, I'm limited to the types of apparel that I can print on. And that will, if you find yourself constantly saying, no, I can't do that, or if someone wants to bring a different type of materials, or they want you not bring it to you, but they want you to print on different types of materials, and you see, hey, I'm missing money, doing this, then you have to figure out, okay, how can I make money doing that? And maybe that's when you would bring in something like Easy Subly, the Stalls, printable vinyls, things like that into your business so that you can keep those sales going up and up, right? You can also, for me, I sell custom t-shirts, right? There's a big market out there when you are selling custom screen printing goods, right? I'm selling screen printing goods. There's a big market out there for other things. So a lot of times, if you're not, let's say like now, we are about to enter into a recession, y'all, right? Or that's what they're saying. We're hoping that we're going to avoid that, right? Right now, your business could be suffering from that plateau effect simply because people are starting to hold back and pull back on what they purchase. Businesses are starting to pull back. They're no longer purchasing things for certain events. We went through all of this stuff with COVID, where in my business, events got shut down and we were not able to bring in that income that we were used to bringing in from events, right? Especially, we got to remember that COVID hit and we did Christmas and the holidays and all of that stuff, and people were like on lock, right? So you have to kind of sometimes shift your thinking and think about, hey, what's going on? What's going on around me? What's in season? What's not in season? It could be your designs, honestly. Are you doing just old, outdated stuff if you're doing a brand, right? This is one thing that I'm going to tell y'all, that so I print for brands, and a lot of times people come in, especially people who are new and they have just started their brand. They'll come into me, they'll bring me a design, right? And that design or that logo is a hot mess, but it's their dream, right? Their dream. They have an idea. They say, oh, this is my dream. And you then have to take that dream, and we have to do what? We have to turn the dream into a reality. So they will bring you in an idea. You sit down and you talk to that brand. That brand has a dream. They have a vision of where they want that brand to go, right? And then your job is to take that brand and to make it a reality. As a printer, your job is just not to just print, but to also give that brand something that's going to sell, because if they are able to make money, then what happens? You're able to make money. They're going to come back to you because T-Shirt Shop Dallas was able to give us something that give that customer something that no one else was able to give them. In my business, I provide information, right? It's not just, hey, you call me, you need t-shirts. A lot of people just call and they just need t-shirts, but we're talking about brands. When a brand comes to me, I have to make that brand a reality. Now, making it a reality is me printing the shirts, but it's much, much more than that. If they come to me with an idea and they have a dream or a vision of where they want their brand to go to, right? I always get down to the dollar, because sometimes within me making their dream a reality, I have to give them a reality check, right? This is where it gets tricky. So if I'm going to talk to y'all about how do you handle that when a customer comes to you and they bring something to you that you know needs to be either niched down or you know this is just too plain, this is not going to sell. This is because you are, if you are the authority in your business and you have done your research and you know how this business works, you know what sells, what doesn't sell, right? And you have learned about the different customer types and what makes customers buy. Sometimes people will come and they want, somebody tell me the word because I can't think of it. Sometimes people want, you know, they don't have any money. They want to print on the cheapest of product, but they want you to, what do they call it? Like you want caviar with some kind of money, like you want something really, really big and really wow, and you want me to come in and you want me to pull off a miracle, right? But, and let's say you want, that customer may have a design that has a lot of colors in it, right? And you know, hey, this is really, you know, this is really gaudy, this is not, you know, this is not working, and that they're going to have a hard time selling it. You may switch up that design. And this is the thing, when you go in and this is for people who are dealing with printing for people with brands. If they want it, you can present to them and say, hey, you know, hey, let me see what I can do for you with this. We can probably do a few different things. I've got a few ideas. You have to be really, really careful, because within trying to make their vision a reality, you have to make sure that you still stick to their vision and not your vision. And sometimes it's as simple as doing a few tweaks to turn something around, right? It's really easy to take for me, I can take let's say we're going to take a basic t-shirt that these people are printing on. Let's say you're printing on a Gildan t-shirt that may be, let's say a Gildan t-shirt right now is running what, y'all, maybe about $250, $3 wholesale, right? Let's say we're doing a shirt that's $3 wholesale. And you may need to, because you know that for the customer market that they're selling to, for me, I'm selling comfort, I'm selling a t-shirt, and I'm also selling a brand that you want to wear. So let's say that a Gildan t-shirt is $3.50. Well, $3. People are not paying more. Like I think right now, Gildan shirts are about $189. For me, it just depends on what pricing tier you're with your wholesaler. And let's say that we pay, let's say $5. We're going to say $5 for a Next Level or a Bella Canvas shirt, right? If you know that your customer, that if you can take your customer from a $3 t-shirt to a $5 t-shirt, right? Okay. That's $2 that you have to get this customer to upgrade, right? To upgrade and to get them into a better t-shirt. But it's hard to pull that $2 out of people if they're going to sell that t-shirt for the same price point, right? Let's say that they're selling that t-shirt at $15 wholesale, right? This $3 t-shirt with the one color print. They're going to sell it at $15 wholesale. If you take that $2 that they have, that extra $2, and put that on a Next Level or a Canvas t-shirt, and now they're able to sell that at $25, right? Now they're able to up that price $10. You're showing them how they can make an extra $8 by spending $2. That's one way that you can get people to upsell themselves. If you are working in your business, y'all, and let's say that when I talk about designs and things being out of season, you have to keep it new, you have to keep it hot, you have to keep it fresh. I've got a new design back here that I've worked on. I'll show you something. Let's see if we can grab this. This design challenge. This shirt was a design challenge, and this was a challenge. The challenge was to take plain text. Plain text. This is an Arial font, right? Take an Arial font, make a retail t-shirt using nothing but a font, and to just give it a twist. So what I did with this shirt to give something new and give some pizzazz, I took a very, very dark black t-shirt, paired that with a black print to do a tone on tone print, hit it with a little shine so that it pops. We did some odd placements straight down the middle. We have a placement here. This is for the Boss brand, Rise, Grind, Boss, and then coming on around to the side. And then we have a design here. So when you have stuff like this, and y'all know this is not my normal, these are not my normal placements, right? I print for mainly companies and small businesses and things like that. So most of the prints you see are going to be like this. But look, when you take something like this and you take something like this, you have now drawn your customers will come in and they'll see something and they'll say, oh, well, that's different. That's an odd placement. That's odd. That shirt is not in the middle. This is over here. So you are now taking it into a retail brand to where when you present to your brands, they see different things, right? Because your business has hit that plateau because all of your designs in your shop look exactly the same, right? Your printing style is the exact same. I come from hip hop. I still love streetwear. I love urban wear. I love, if it depends on what you're doing. Like me, I love trap music, right? So if I get someone who comes in and I know that their vibe is they're going out there and they're hitting people who are looking for that trap music, that trap hip hop, that old R&B, or whatever it is that they're looking for, right? Then I know that I can't just come to you with a shirt like, oh, let's see here. I can't come to you with something like this, with just a smart rise, right? I can't come to you with this because this is just a plain Jane. Now, this is for a company, and companies love this. And what makes companies come to me, what's different is I'm printing company shirts on a nice soft shirt. This is the canvas shirt right here that we're printing on. So a lot of companies, and notice, this shirt right here, y'all. This is what I would consider a plain Jane shirt, but it does have a little bit of extra because you do have the company's name, right? Because this company is based in Dallas and they are selling smart energy and they are an American brand company, we wanted to accentuate and let people know, hey, our products are made in America, right? This is for the employees. This is something for their employees that they purchase this for. Just to do something like this with a simple logo with the city of Dallas, that takes the shirt to a whole nother level. Now, of course, we could have did just this. Normally, this is what customers call for. They will call for a big logo on the back and a front logo here, and that's it, right? But when you offer and you say, hey, let's add the city skyline to that, or let's do something a little bit different just to make that shirt pop, then that will take your brand to another level. But we're going to get back to this plateau effect. Once you have experienced that plateau effect and now you feel like, okay, my stuff was not, I've gotten comfortable with just printing on one brand of shirt, right? One brand of shirt. I'm not looking outside. You're not going outside of your normal thing that you do. It could be your customers. It could be that you are not seeking out customers. You have to constantly seek out customers, especially now, y'all. I'll tell y'all what's happening. So this is what's happening for me and in my business. What have I not been on? How long has it been, Miss Arlene? It's been more than a couple of weeks. What has it been? About a month that I've been back in the shop working? What has it been? About a month, I believe. Since my YouTube videos have slowed down. I think it's been maybe a month or a little bit over a month, right? So here's the deal. What I want y'all to do, set a goal. Look at, first I want you to do is look at the items that you are currently selling, right? Items that you currently sell, right? Put those items here. Items that you currently offer, put those over here, right? These are things that you offer, okay? In this column, I want you to write down items that are actually selling. Out of this column, things that you're offering, items that are actually selling. And then somewhere off in there, kind of jot down some things that you could be selling, right? Some other things that you're thinking that you could add on to your existing market and to your, and things that you're able to sell where you do not have to buy more equipment. This is important because a lot of small businesses, they say, oh, I'm doing sublimation. Well, I'm not really selling these sublimation shirts now, so I need to jump in and I need to go buy Echo Solvent printer, or I need to jump in and I need to get DTF printer. If I could just get a screen printing machine, then I would be able to do this, or I would be able to do that. You come here on this channel and you see me with all of this stuff, right? For YouTube. But I will tell y'all, my business, my number one thing that I sell, what do I always tell y'all? I am a screen printer first. That is how I make my money. So my YouTube channel and my screen printing business are both kind of different, and I don't like for my followers to get confused and think that you need all of this stuff that you see me with. The reason I have all of this stuff is because I train so many people who are in all facets of the printing business, right? So I have, for example, we have a embroidery machine here, okay? I'm not doing any embroidery. I purchased it for me. So I like to tell people is to try to figure out what you're able to do with the existing equipment that you have, right? To take your business to another level. And then think of the things, write down items that you want to be able to sell, right? But you're not able to sell because you don't have the equipment to produce it. Like, for example, if you're not able to produce a full color print on a black shirt, you may think, oh, I may need to get into Echo Solvent or DTF or screen printing, right? And this is a goal down the line, and then you can be doing your research on that and figuring out what method is going to work best for you, for your space, for your budget, and for production. Always keep in mind production. I love DTF, but for production for my business, it's not there. If you're doing one or two shirts at home, you can make it with DTF. It has been a hassle for me so far with the DTF. The time that it takes to get all of that stuff done is just too much for me. So you have to really, you know, when you look at these YouTube videos, find people who tell you the real deal, right? Who tell you the real deal. A lot of times my videos are super long, right? And I know it hurts me on YouTube, but I ain't on YouTube to make a dollar, because Lady Print Boss makes her dollar screen printing, right? I make my money screen printing. I got rent houses. I got other things that I do. I've got a bulldog kennel that does really well. So I come on here and I try to tell y'all the real truths. But I want you to write down things that you're currently selling. And this could be, let's say if you're doing sublimation, right? It could be the t-shirts, but are you missing a market within sublimation t-shirts? Like, for example, um are you able to sew? Are you able to take your sublimation to print and sew, print and cut? Are you able to take your sublimation to all over designs? Are you able to take that sublimation stuff and market it towards gyms? Market it towards people, towards companies and events that need your product, because a lot of times we may have sublimation products, but you're not marketing it towards the right people. Like for me, I find that tumblers are more geared towards tumbler sales are not a great promotional item for me. One, because of the cost of the tumblers. Companies are not buying tumblers. Companies will buy water bottles for events, but you have to know when to sell those water bottles, right? Water bottles ain't really selling in the wintertime unless you're selling those water bottles to gyms. So if you have, let's say, for example, if you have a product, you have to push that product to companies that are buying that product. So for me, I don't sell a lot of tumblers, y'all, but I do sell ones like this. I do sell the ones like this. Companies will purchase this, but they are normally purchasing this as a gift item and not as a promotional item. So, and what I mean by that, let's say they're having an event, the CEO may get something like this, but regular employees ain't gonna happen, right? So you have to know the difference. I can't be out here pushing this to my big companies because they're not purchasing these in bulk, right? But what they will purchase in bulk, and I wish I had one in here, they will purchase those water bottles in bulk. They're normally going to purchase, they will purchase keychains in bulk. They'll purchase things that are lower end items that they can print, that you can print by the masses. So for example, I push keychains a lot. Where are my keychains? Do I have any keychains out? So I do push my keychains on my companies, and we have some here somewhere. We have some here somewhere. I'm going to break y'all into trying new things and tell you how to market um, some of these items to where you can bring in new clientele, right? So let's say keychains. I'm looking for something to market. Companies will purchase these keychains before they will purchase this, because they will purchase this as giveaway items. Car lots, anybody, nonprofits, anybody, they'll purchase these sublimation keychains. The thing about these sublimation keychains is I could put all 50 or 100 of them on the press, and I can sell this in bulk. So a lot of times people think, hey, I can't sell items in bulk, but there are small items that you can really, really make a good profit off of selling it in bulk, because you're just doing one press and you can put so many onto the onto your machine. Now, things like the dog tags, this would be a niche product. This could be a niche product for dogs. This could be a niche product also for memorial stuff. So you would target people who are doing memorials. You would target anything with pictures, birthdays, anniversaries, things like that. So that would be something that you sell as an add-on, right? I offer add-ons on my site because you just never know what people are purchasing, right? So if you have hit that plateau in your business, get out. This week, I plan to get out and I plan to go to the mall and do some shopping. And I'm window shopping. Don't get out there and go spend no money. We're not talking about spending money, because you have to see what's hot, right? You have to see what's hot, what's going on out there. And this is where I follow brands like Nike. I follow the different brands, the different hip hop brands and things like that, to get my juices flowing, right? My designs flowing, get my juices flowing. It's good. When you get out, you know, you can get on, you can go on Google and you can look for stuff. But y'all, when you get out and you're able to really get out and go and feel fabrics, I'm sorry, my throat is very dry. When you're able to get out, go feel fabrics and things like that, then you're able to get a feel for what's hot. Fleece. Fleece. Don't sleep on fleece, okay? Fleece is really, really hot right now. If you look at the t-shirt lines that are out now, fleece stuff is hot. Uh, Tops and bottoms, pairing colors, doing things like odd things, bringing in different stuff into your space. Today we're going to work with UV shift. Well, no, not today. We are going to work with UV shift on Thursday. Date night is coming back on Thursday, right? We're going to do play day. Thursday, we're going to work with the Stahl's UV Shift product. And the UV Shift product, y'all, is a product that when you go into the light, into a UV room or out into the sun, this is a product that will change colors. So this is something that customers like. Your customers may not purchase this product, right? It may not be something that they purchase, but customers like to know that you do it all. So we're going to work with UV shift, and I'm going to tell you how I would push the UV shift product. I don't know if you guys know, what do you call it when they have these parties where they do these dark parties, and they do they have the UV lights and all of that. I cannot think of what they call these types of parties. I would push stuff to that, to those type of companies. I would push this to gyms. I would push this to DJs, to anywhere that I know that, you know, people are going to be, if you're outside, maybe on swimwear, things like that. So it's all about knowing how to push things. And then I talked and talked and talked, y'all. So been 45 minutes straight. I try to get everything in that I can get into, y'all. Let's see here. There was a couple of different things. So once you figured out all of this stuff and you have started to bring in new products and you've got your juices flowing and things like that, right? Now you got to reach out, because you're in that plateau, and you got to present this stuff to different clients, right? So all of this stuff is building up for you to present it to your existing clients, but also to new clients. Having a showroom like this will really help you if you're printing at home, right? If you are just printing at home and you do not have a location to print, if it's just a pop-up with a backdrop, right? Just a pop-up with a backdrop, I want you to go and get something. If you're just on a wall, I want you to just have a wall so that you are able to present to your customers. Let me see here, because I have something here that is around here. See if I can find it. Here we go. You may not be able to have an entire display like this, but what you can do is you can get on the Lady Print Boss channel and you can jump on there, grab this rack right here, right? And you can set t-shirts on this rack and set it behind you so that when you do presentations or if you go out to a live event, you are able to use this. Y'all are going to see this actually in one of the events that I have coming up. So I believe in doing stuff quick, easy, fast, affordable so that I can get things popping. Put this shirt back up here. But it's all about presentation. Presentation, odd print locations, bringing in something new, right? If you're in business and you have just, yes, black light parties. Thank you, ma'am. If you are in business and you've been in business for a while and all of a sudden products are not selling, either you're not pushing it, you're not presenting it to the right niche, it's out of season, or it's just a product that it was a fad. It's in and it's gone. Do y'all know back in the late 90s, early 2000s, do y'all remember those bling belts where you could go in and you could buy the belt, you would buy the belt frame, and if I wanted Boss on the frame, I would have these rhinestones, metal rhinestones with BOSS, and you would put it together and put the belts together. I got in on that in the beginning when it first hit, and I probably made $30,000-$40,000 off of selling belts because I got into it soon as it hit. So a lot of times when you see new things that come out, don't wait. Jump on it. Jump on it. Jump out there and get it going. You don't have to be the best designer. I show y'all plain stuff. Y'all see that shirt back there? That's a plain shirt. That shirt is just a black shirt with a black on black print with some odd print locations that make people say, that's different. So little things like that will help you grow your business. And then once you get those things, hey, try doing a photo shoot sometimes. Take a few pictures of your items. If you don't have your phone, if your phones are not ringing, right? One way now to get, y'all know everybody's on these TikToks and Instagrams and stuff but me, right? Take a few pictures of your items and post those items on TikTok, on Instagram. If you're not a talker, you're not comfortable being in front of the camera, it's okay. It's okay. Take a flat picture of that shirt. Just get some good lighting. If you got a sister, a brother, some kids or something like that, just take pictures of your products and get those products out there. And then you can use those products on your Google page so that you can put those out there to people. Like if I was to take a picture in that shirt or in this shirt, wow, boom, I'll put that picture up and say, hey, we have a special on blue t-shirts today, so you just have to kind of figure out ways to get out of that plateau. One thing that I tell people, and this is what I want to ask y'all, where do you see yourself at in 5 years from now? Do you see yourself, think of where you see yourself in 5 years from now. And then think of what you were doing 5 years ago. And 5 years ago, did you see yourself in your current position? Because a lot of times people set a 5-year goal and they have a vision of where they want their business to be. And that 5 years passes and you're in the same place, right, that you were 5 years ago. If that's you, then give me a call. Seriously, you may need consulting, professional consulting. If that's you are a person who procrastinates and you really cannot figure this thing out, then you may need a business coach. And I do offer very affordable coaching over on latana.com. So if that's you, you may need a coach. I tell y'all, I'm not a big fan of the 5 year business plan. I am more of a fan of setting small goals. What can I do that's going to help my business by next month? What can I do? What's one thing that I can do to help my business next month? And that could be, oh, I'm going to add in, it could be something simple. If you do custom t-shirts, add a line to your website. Let's say doing local shirts for local sayings and stuff like that. That's really big for a lot of people. Go out and do a vendor event, right? Do a vendor booth. Don't expect that when you go out and you do a vendor event, don't expect a lot of sales. Don't expect a lot of sales. This is where a lot of people get confused when they first start going out doing vendor events. You are building your brand. Your name needs to be every freaking where. On the table skirt. It needs to be a big sign up there with your name. You want them to remember you. That means when you do that vendor event, you got to bring fire to it, right? You have to, and at your table, you need something that's going to draw people to your table. So it's because when you do these vendor events, right, there are a lot of different vendors there. First thing you got to do, what is the event about? Okay, if you're going to an event, what is that event about? What type of customers are going to that event? And then you make products specifically for that event. Don't go to events that are outside of your niche, right? Let's say, for example, I'm going and trying to sell custom t-shirts or custom products at an event that is for dentists, that they're having a dentist convention or something like that, right? If I'm going to a gospel convention, right, I'm not going to be taking my hip-hop t-shirts. I'm going to be selling t-shirts that would have Christian sayings and things like that on it. So make sure that when you do these events, that your event is in, that you're just not getting out there just doing events to do events, right? And then you have to always have that give and take, right? You got to have that hook out there when you're doing an event, because what do I always tell you? Somebody tell me, what do I always tell you is your number one goal? One thing that you need to get from people who come by your table at your event. Can somebody tell me that? And I'm going to come back to that. And I'm going to look at a few questions right quick, see what y'all are saying in the comments and all of that, and give this little vocals a little break. Let me see who's on here with me today. Let's see who's on here with me today. We are in this race for the long run, not for the short run. If you hit a hump in your business, it's okay, y'all. It's okay, because we all hit humps, but guess what? We get back up and we get back on. That is it. Y'all make sure y'all are hitting that thumbs up button and sharing the video and all that good stuff. Big Boy says he stays in Big T checking out that Big T merchandise. If y'all don't know what Big T is a bazaar that's here in Dallas where people go and purchase merchandise, and they have all the bootleg stuff out there at Big T too. So big boys out there checking out all the stuff that they have out there at the Alfonso, thank you. Thank you for the comment on the camera. Thank you, thank you. I am using the Sony ZV-1, and I really do love it. It's a little bitty camera, but it does the job, and it has pretty great quality. Let's see here. I'm gonna have y'all, let's see here, went to Women's Cannabis this past weekend, made some great connections. Awesome, awesome. Tampa, what did you have? What type of hook did you have when you went in there? Did you get emails? Y'all, the number one thing that I always tell people that you want to get when you go to these events is you want to get emails or phone number, right? You want to get a person's contact information. You want to get that contact information. If you're not getting that contact information, then hey, I'm going to have to send this over to reject, and then it will go to voicemail. So y'all, side note, in between doing all of this, my phone rings constantly, and a lot of times I can't get to my phone. And I have found that one of the ways that I can really, so if you call my phone and I don't answer it, then it rings over. Now I have it set up for auto attendant where it rings over to a external person who's not in the business to answer the phone. And if that person does not answer the phone, then there is an auto attendant that tells them the steps that they need to do to place an order or to leave a message for us to call back. It's been working great for business. It really, really has. The auto attendant feature has been really working for great. Google has updated it. They have updated it. And I now have the ability to record all of the phone calls, which is great because you talk to so many people that you may forget who it is that you're talking to or what it is that they wanted, and I can go back and I can listen to those phone calls. I can also listen to the phone calls even if it goes to an external number and my assistant answers the phone. Let's say I send the phone over to Shell and she answers the phone. I can go in and I can see what's Shell over there doing. Oh, did Shell send my customer to someone else? Did she do good on that sale? How did she promote that product? Did she offer other things? So that's good for you to be able to go in and listen and see how people are selling for you. And the reason I'm telling y'all this is because this gives you the ability to make more money, right? When you can bring more salespeople on, you're able to make more money. So it is great for that. Let's see here. So East Sudden is trying to learn sublimation and rhinestone shirts. I really need to do some more rhinestone designs and shirts on here on the channel. So I am going to be doing some more videos on rhinestones coming up. As far as the sublimation, there's a whole sublimation playlist here on the channel for you. And you know, I also offer sublimation classes. We're going to do a Press It for Profits class pretty soon, and it's probably going to be a virtual class. I'm actually doing one at the Maker's Place, but I'm trying to figure all of that stuff out, y'all. And if you're in Dallas, I am now back offering live screen printing classes at my place. So we are bringing back the live screen printing classes, as well as the virtual screen printing classes where I come on camera and work with people, because a lot of my people are not in Dallas. A lot of my people, I feel like, hey, I've trained everybody how to screen print in Dallas now, right? So a lot of people are not in Dallas, and I am the only screen printing consultant that I know of that if you take my class, you can always come back and take any class, whether it be live or virtual. If you take, let's say, for example, if you take a Press It for Profits class and then you didn't get some things, you can always replay that class if it's recorded. If it's a live class, you can come back to the next class. I don't care about stuff like that. So a lot of my people that the very last screen printing class we did, COVID hit, we had to shut down. If you took a screen printing class in the past 5 years and you took my class, the offer still stands. You don't have to pay that $395 again. You can come and take that class again with me. Just let me know that you want to come and you want to, hey, Miss Latona, I need to come back. I need a refresher. I need to jump back in. I'm the only person that does that, y'all. Only person that does that in the industry. Because I really want my people to succeed. And out of all of the companies that I've trained, there's only one that shut down. And I've trained over 300 companies, right? So whether you're at home, you're in the garage, wherever you are, then hey, I got you covered. Let's see here. Y'all give me 1 second. I need to take a restroom break. Give me 5 minutes to break. Grab me some more water. Y'all know I'm on these diet pills. My mouth is really dry. And I'm going to come right back. And then we're going to finish this up. I'm going to give you some tips on getting customers. We're going to go through. We're going to talk about some things. Y'all tell me in the comments how you're getting customers. Are you getting customers? Are you plateaued? Do you not know how to get customers? What are some of the things that you may need help with to get customers? I'll be right back. I have been drinking a lot of water. A lot of water. Whew. Okay. Let's see here. Tampa, great. I'm glad. I'm glad that it's helping you out. Oh, you collected business cards and use your digital business card. Yes, girl. Y'all, if you do not have a digital business card on your phone, honey, you need to get you a digital business card because y'all know sometimes we out and about and we don't have our business cards, but you always got your phone, right? And 9 times out of 10, everybody got a phone unless they on that dope. They ain't got no phone if they on that dope. And then even they got a phone because the government give everybody phones now. So, it's no excuse to not have a digital business card. But if you have a digital business card, all you have to do when somebody says, hey, I want your contact information, you can let them put that up. They scan that QR code. And when they scan that QR code, they have your digital business card. Now, the great thing about it is with a digital business card, you can have them go to a link. It can be your website. It can be a landing page. It can go to a form that they're going to fill out to get a quote. It can be so many different things. So I am a big fan of a digital card because if it's in their phone, they're going to have it, right? And you also want to be able to get their information. So a lot of times, even if you have an event, and at an event, and that's what I was going to get to, and I don't think I finished that off, what I was going to tell y'all about events. When you go to events, your number one thing that you want to take away from the event, we all want money, right? But at these events, the number one thing that you want to take away is that email or that phone number. You want some contact information so that you can reach back out to that person, right? And the way that you get that is by offering something, and does not have to be something that is of monetary value. It can be educational value. It can be something for your customers that are looking for your services. It can be as simple as a price list. Scan here to download my price list. Scan here for free information on building your brand. Scan here for a chance to win a free t-shirt, right? So it can be a lot of things. It can be, just what I do is I do PDF downloads when I go out and I speak. I think at the event that I'm doing, because it's Dallas, I'm going to put on, baby. When I go to D-Town. For D-Town, I put on. So there will be, at the Urban Street Fashion Show, there will be a lot of freebies that I will be giving away. However, you don't have to give away freebies in your business to build your brand. I do it because I'm at that level of where I can do it. And at the same time with me doing it, let's say, for example, if I may go in and I may do 100 t-shirts, and within that event, I'm going to give out 100 shirts, right? Those 100 shirts that I'm giving out, believe me, T-Shirt Shop Dallas brand is on there somewhere, right? For you to be able, whether it's in the tag, whether it is incorporated into some cool, funky design that you're gonna want to wear. And whenever I do give out t-shirts at events, I always give out either Next Level brand. I'm gonna do some type of ring spun shirt when I go to an event. I may do a hoodie in the wintertime. I got tons of hoodies, so I may do a few hoodie giveaways or something like that. But for me, it's showing the shirts that I give out. It shows the print quality of the work that we do. So I'm going to be giving out a few things, and I may do some water bottles. I'm not exactly sure. I really want to go in with a mini press and kind of wow the crowd. I love to screen print live and step up to the press and give them the business. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't too many people out there giving them the business the way I give them the business. So I like to do stuff like that when I do events. And this is my homegirls event, so I gotta see what she gonna let me get away with, right? But y'all, what I was saying is, like, when you're doing events, you have to have something that draws people to the table, right? You got to have something that draws people to the table. So live printing draws people to the table. It could be something as simple as a light flicking that will draw people to your table. your sign needs to be banging. You know what I'm saying? And not just like, okay, let me hit y'all with this. Okay, so imagine you're at an event and you're walking around and you're looking at stuff, right? And you're at an event about business building, right? And I have a sign there and I have T-shirt shop Dallas on that sign, right? Everybody else has their name on that sign, on their signs. Okay. Now imagine that you're walking around and you see a sign and it says, "We build brands." That other guy just prints shirt, right? So, and shirt with the, may have the apostrophes off in there. So it's kind of like shit. Depending on where you are, that is a great hook, because you don't need to see my name, right? Because you need to know what I can do for you, right? I build brands. That's what I do. Now, you may want to leave the "I print shirt," that other guy prints shirt. That's my slogan. That other guy just prints shirt, right? So things like that, on your signs, to let people know what you do. What can you do for them, right? That will help your business. So we were going to talk about, it's 10:56, y'all. I got 5 minutes. We're going to talk about customers. Did anybody have any questions, or y'all having any questions with getting customers? Let's see here. Let me go through here real quick. So E Sutton says, I do mugs, shirts, tumblers, etc. But I've only been doing it for family and friends. Okay, so it's time for you. Once you start out, you do stuff for family and friends, it's time for you to step outside of that outside of that comfort zone. If you want to step outside of that comfort zone, you don't necessarily have to. Some people like to do shirts and cups and mugs and stuff just for a family, and then some people like to take it onto a business level. So if you're wanting to take it a step further and really get customers, then we're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. Good morning, Willie. How are you? Okay, we have NC, North Carolina in the house. We have Louisiana in the house. Of course, we got Texas in the house, y'all. We have Keisha, which is John L 805. We got Miss Keisha in the house. Keisha, where are you at? Okay, so Keisha says she needs to get bigger clients that will place consistent orders. Okay, she's a bit concerned because we are coming into the slow season. Slow for who? We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the printing seasons, right? Printing seasons and how to shift. Shift during slow seasons. We're going to talk about that, right? Because you can shift to where you're never slow. You can shift to where you're never slow, right? So let's talk about big clients who are consistent, right? Getting bigger clients that are consistent. Okay. We're going to talk about that too. I have to write some notes, y'all. I'm getting older. Got to write a few notes. Okay. We got to write a few notes. Good morning, Craftable Things. Let's see here. Beer budget with champagne taste. Yes, ma'am. Let me write that down. Beer budget with champagne taste. Now, y'all, most of the time when people are coming to you with their beer, with that beer budget, they will increase the amount that they spend if you sell it right. If you sell it right and you sell it correctly, they got a little bit more money. It's you that has to pull it out of them, right? You have to give them something that they have, okay? Poppin' t-shirt, thank you, thank you. Um, let's see here. Okay, I'm getting to the end of the comments. Okay. I thought I had saw a comment, y'all, but I cannot. Okay, so Keisha said that she sent out an email campaign, but she's wanting to do something besides a promotional email. She wants it to be more relational, or I think she means like relatable, more relatable, right? Okay, so when I'm sending out email campaigns, your tagline on your subject line, you want to be something that people are going to click on, right? Other than it can, and it can be something like, you know, custom t-shirts, $5, or custom t-shirts, whatever amount, right? That's just a basic tag. Or you can do something when you are sending out emails like, you know, people like sales. We have this huge blowout sale, so you have to come up with custom tags. I have a lot, I can't really think, but I have a list of templated emails that I've created where I send out things for, especially things for like Valentine's Day and stuff like that. But you're wanting something that's relatable. So when you are creating your email, right? When you're creating your email, send out a text email and then add a couple of buttons or a couple of images, some GIFs, for people to be able to click on. But it could be something as simple as, hey, so and so, right? The first thing, you have to have that customer's name in there. You have to address them by name, right? So if you have built out your email list and you're sending an email to a customer, hey, Latana, I just wanted to drop you a letter and let you know, drop your email, let you know that we have such and such going on. I know that your volunteer event is coming up, and look at this cool stuff that I picked out for you, right? It could be something just like that, just quick like that. Hey, let me know, or let me know, what do you think of this? Because you want to end it with a question, right? It could be, if I'm going to do the UV shift, right? Or I'm going to send out a rainbow design, you know, to a customer. I'm trying to get them to respond. So at the end of whatever I'm doing, I'm going to ask a question, right? Or, hey, you can check this out here. If you're not asking a question, hey, you can check this out here. And then you have that button for them to click on, right? You didn't ask the question, but you're going to get a response. So the response can be from you asking a question, you want them to email you back. The response could be from you putting that button in there and you want them to click that button. Now, within you doing that, you need to have a email solution set up. If you're going to do automated emails and email blasts, you need to have a solution set up to where you can actually see when that customer clicks that button, what time of day they click that button, when they click that product, did they go through, did they purchase the product, what page did they stop at, they start to stroll down that page and then they stopped. Were they on a Apple, were they on a iPhone, what were they on, so that you can start to use that information to know how to target your customers and know what they want. So there's a lot of things that you can do in your emails to make it sound personal, right? A lot of times I'll say something like, "Hey Charla, I wanted to hit you up and let you know that we just received 500 pieces of this beautiful pink uh canvas t-shirt, right? Of so and so. It's been out of stock for a long time, but I know that you print a lot of things on pink. So I wanted to give you first dibs at this before it's released." You see what I'm saying? So you make it seem like it's urgent, and that this is your girlfriend, or this is your boyfriend, or this is your cousin, this is your friend that you're talking to. So don't use stiff words in emails. Talk to them just like how we're going to talk. um that's what I think has made me popular in my business, is because there's a time and a place for everything, and you want to be relatable, right? So that will get you relatable. The other thing that will get you relatable, Keisha, is if you are able to do something like, you know or or in an email with you there in shop, or you're showing a product. Let's say that I got these pants for sale right here, and I may be on the video screen holding up these pants and, like, you know, showing this to them, and then they click the video, and I'm like, "Hey girl, look, we got this in. Look at what we got in today. We have like 15 pair of these. If you want to get in on these, blah, blah, blah." Okay. Boom. Stuff like that. And then also, you know, so you want to let's talk about getting bigger clientele. Getting bigger clientele. Who are you targeting? What type of t-shirts are you targeting? Because, okay, we can get bigger clientele maybe if we are in just a regular space by printing things like at certain times of the year with family reunions. You can go after big family reunions. But if you're wanting to get big clientele, you want to do companies, you want to do events, you want to do brands, right? Put out an email out there, blasting it out to brands. What can you do for a brand that no one else is doing? Why would a brand, ask yourself the questions, why would a brand want your services? What can you do for that brand that Miss Latana don't do, right? Or that printer down the street isn't doing? Within that printer within 15 miles of you, what is it that they're not doing? What services are not being offered in your area? Are companies or brands offering print shops, are they offering their customers drop shipping? Are they offering their customers the ability to get products tagged, or custom packaging? Those are ways that you can add on to the existing services that you have, and those are also things that will make one go with you versus going with the person down the street. Because I want to go and I want to take my shirt somewhere, and I want to get some items printed that they're going to be able to tag it, they're going to be able to label it, they're going to be able to do certain things for me. So that's one way. For retail, printing for retail brands is very difficult. It's very difficult. For me, I'm really picky, y'all, with brands that I print for. And that's okay. It's okay to be picky, because they're picky, and it's okay for you to be picky and to pick and choose who you want to print for. Because sometimes I will have brands that come to me, and their style is not something that I can visualize. So whenever a company comes to me, if I can't see it and I can't see their vision, and I know that I cannot create the vision for them, then it's either one or two things I do. Um, Either I'm going to send them to someone else in my circle that can create that vision that I know would be a good pair for them, and I may outsource that job. You always want to try to outsource it before you just send a customer off, right? So I may do something like that. I may hire an outside designer to design it, things like that. But, and then there are times that I'm just like, I don't want to be, this is a lot. Like for printing brands, sometimes it gets to be a lot. Like they'll say, hey, I want this, I want that, I want me and my business model is fast printing. If you call me and you got 5 different designs with 10 different things on it, I'm not going to be bothered. That's just me. And that's because of where I am. I don't do headache jobs, right? I don't do headache jobs. So if you are looking for bigger clients in the business space, then of course I always tell y'all, hey, go after a certain niche. Go after those clients that have a certain number of employees or that are doing events. And you can always look up on the city's website, find out what events are coming up in your area. Now, for big events, let's say it's August, September, October, November. So it's August, you may be able to grab some winter events that are October events right now, right? Most companies are going to start planning for events 2 to 3 months ahead. If it's a huge event, they're going to plan for it a year ahead, right? So you have to niche down and figure out, hey, what type of companies am I going to go after that are going to want the product that I have? If I'm selling bags, right? Let's say if I'm selling little bags, I may go after cosmetic companies. I may go after different types of companies that you may go after, right? You're doing aprons, you're going to go after, aprons, you're going to go after bakery shops, you're going to go after different things. So each class of business has a cap. Like, let's say, for example, if I'm targeting real estate companies, right? Say I'm targeting real estate companies. Most real estate companies are small. So you may be targeting that one office. That office may have, let's say, every holiday. That office will have other offices. So you're actually trying to get to that head person. But some companies, each individual office will purchase for them. Like I do a company called Deliot, right? That's in Dallas. Deliot has different offices. So when Deliot calls me, and I think they have these shirts that say green dot or something like that on the shirts. When they call me and they want t-shirts for that office, right? Then I will ask them, I will give them a quote. Let's say they only need 36, there are 36 people in that office, right? But I know that Deliot has other offices. So I may offer them a deal and say, hey, I can get you 100 shirts at this price. And if you can get your other 2 offices to order and you guys place one big order, right? I can also then turn around if I know that this company purchases so many shirts a month or a year, and they may or they may not purchase every year, right? But that's where you ask them, hey, how often do you guys use custom merchandise? How often do you need custom merchandise? Or how often do you purchase decorated goods? If you are purchasing, we have a tier plan, right? Sit down, figure out figure out how you can make money by putting companies on plans. Let's say I have a plan here for a company that buys 500 shirts a year. I have a price list for a company that buys 2,500 shirts a year. And I have a price list for a company that buys, let's say, 15,000. Whatever price point you're going to do, right? That you're going to have your people at. This pricing tier right here may be, let's say this is $10 a shirt, and then it goes down to this, it goes down to this. If they sign a contract with you where they're printing 2,500 shirts a year, you're going to give them that set price. They can then order from you, and they can order, it can be, you need to figure out, is it going to be the same shirt? Is it going to be different t-shirt designs? What is it going to be? So throughout the year, if that company says, well, we have 4 events throughout the year, right? You can discount that based on their quantity, right? And what you need to do is you start sending automated payments. Okay, if I know they're having a job fair in May, then they're having something in August, then they're having something in October, and then let's say they have something in December, right? I'm automating invoices. We're going to send you, in your contract, you need to know, we're going to send you 500 shirts on this date. We're going to send you 500 on this day, 500 on this day, 500 on this day. So you work out the details and you have all of that stuff done. Companies will do that because then, but in order for them to do that, they're also looking for you to give it to them dirt cheap. Now, the way that you do this is if you have that company set up and you know that, hey, I'm going to be printing for cheaper, you're going to be printing this company shirts in between your downtime. So during those slow times that you don't have anything on your press, you can be doing that stuff, right? And it all ends up working out to be very profitable for you. I do that with a couple of companies that I have, and it works out pretty great. But if you can you want to figure out your print schedule and figure out how many of those people, Keisha, how many companies can you fit in, right? Into your print schedule and into your production schedule, and just start filling it up. Sit down, y'all. This is what I want y'all to do this week. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here in just a second. Upsell, 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 upsell. Somebody said it. Sudden upsell everything. Okay. If someone calls you and they are looking for 50 basic t-shirts with a one color job, right? And they say, hey, I just wanted to say whatever, right? Let's use the Moon Man design. I love Moon Man. I want to say I love Moon Man in all white. If you watch the Moon Man video, you will see how I upsold that. Okay, he just wanted to say, I heart Moon Man. I heart Moon Man. And so he just wanted the shirt just basically like this, I heart Moon Man, and just white letters on a blue shirt. Only thing I did was took that heart, made that heart red, boom, sent over that job proof, one job proof with it looking with the white, just plain Jane, and then one with the print being in the red with the red heart. That made it pop. Also sent over the difference in pricing from basic shirts to a next level shirt. And not only did I just send over the price, I send you the mock-up and the descriptions of the shirts with the links, right? The mock-up, and then I have a link to each product, so a person can go and they can look and they say, oh, this shirt is 100% cotton. Okay, this is a basic t-shirt. This shirt, wow, look at the model. Sometimes it's the model that sells the shirt, right? It's just, so you can play those types of games You got to get in the game and play the game to be able to win. So, you know, if I send you a picture of a t-shirt and it's just a lady, just a flat t-shirt with nothing on it, or you know, and it's not really popping off the page, but then I do an upsell and I send you a nice shirt that has a nice background or one of those cute models, honey, you know. And I make the model, when I send out my job proof, y'all, one thing that I do is I have several mock-ups, different mock-ups geared towards different demographics and different backgrounds and things that are going on. So if you, I have to put you, my job is to make your vision a reality. And when I send you over the mock-up, I want you to see it, if that makes any sense. So let's say, for example, if I'm doing a bowling alley shirt, right? A shirt for a bowling event, and I've got these bowling designs, right, on the shirt. That backdrop may be in a bowling alley. It may be of a model, you know, with a bowling ball. So it's all about selling it and perception. All right. I hope that helped y'all out today. It's 11:20. We've been talking on here for an hour and 36 minutes. Yes, honey. Y'all know when I come through, I come through. I'm going to get this Amazon job together and get some things popping over here on my end today. Whew. I don't see any more uh so someone said I would love to send you pictures. The other guy just print shirts. Yes, ma'am. Tampa, y'all don't steal my don't steal my slogan. Don't steal my slogan. uh Jeffrey Jones said vinyl with the question mark. I'm not really sure what that one was referring to. Hi Jason. Welcome. How are you? And let me see what I gotta do, y'all. I have my artwork ready, I think, if I can find it, and it's ready for me to print out. I'm going to show y'all this simple job that I'm doing before I get off of here. Let's see, where is the job at? Let me try to find this simple job that I got to do. Where is my desktop? Okay. So what we are doing for Amazon is going to be simple. And let's see here. I should be able to put it on the desktop here and show y'all. So the artwork, let's go in here. And I really upsold this, y'all. This job, let's see here. Let me get to the desktop scene and see which one. So this is the job that we're selling to Amazon. And this is for back to school. That's coming up, y'all. What do I think about vinyl? Jeffrey, I love vinyl. I love vinyl, and I'm going to tell you something. I think that there are some really great vinyl products out there, and then I think that there are some very bad vinyl products that are out there. For vinyl in my business, we do use vinyl for certain things. For one, glitter vinyl is a lot shinier than screen printing vinyl. So we do use glitter vinyl a lot of times versus versus us screen printing that vinyl. Show you. So this is a, let's see if I got something real quick. So I use vinyl for specialty products, y'all. For specialty products, people will buy vinyl. And you just have to make sure that you explain where is, okay, here I am. Okay. I am over here. I'm going to show this shirt. So this is a vinyl shirt this is a screen printed glitter shirt, right? So this is screen printed glitter. Let me see if I can find. So I offer my customers everything. I offer you everything. And I show them different options. So if a customer was to come in to me, I show them the option in getting this screen printed versus me doing this in, let's peel this off, in a piece of glitter vinyl. And I let them be the judge, right? So it just depends on what I'm printing. Um, and the quantity that I'm printing. So if it's right now, puff screen printing is really big. But if a company, if you came in and you wanted puff printing, and you only want a few shirts, then I may use a puff vinyl. And that's one of the ways that people who are decorators that are not in that bulk space, that you can really capitalize and make more money or just as much as a screen printer, right? Because screen printers make, as a screen printer, when I'm screen printing on a job, let's say I may make $6 a t-shirt, right? Whereas someone doing vinyl may be making $15, $20 a t-shirt. I may only be making $3 profit, right? But from that $3 profit, let's say I'm doing 100 shirts, and so in an hour I got 300 bucks. And then if I do eight hours, I got 2,400 bucks. So it's a big difference in doing individual shirts versus doing screen printing shirts. And I've done both. When I was in the bazaar, I was selling shirts anywhere from $20, 20 to 70 bucks was on average, and I did really good upselling individual t-shirts. So it just depends on where that quantity is and what type of shirts you're printing on. Like for me, I'm averaging out now, right now, y'all, I average out, we're not really doing too many, we don't have the $4 t-shirt sale anymore. I think we're doing white shirts with a one color job for us would run, what are we doing? I think it's running about $6 a shirt. And then it'll probably drop down to about 500 pieces, and then it'll drop on down. And you have printers who print even cheaper than me. And that's the other thing, is you have to know what space you're in and where you fit in for what it is that you're selling. Like if you're doing a lot of vinyl products, and you're in that vinyl space, target customers. You don't go up against a screen printer who's printing. And this is where people mess up with prices. And I tell people all the time, I'm going to pull up a pricing sheet, y'all, real quick. For me and my business, and screen printing, I'm what you call a retail printer now. I don't do contract printing anymore, right? So as with me not doing contract printing, I used to do contract printing, but when you're doing contract printing, you're literally printing for about 50 cents a shirt. and each additional color is 10 or 15 cents, right? So you're not making a lot of money. You have to make your money in volume, which means that you have to really get those jobs that are 500, 1,000 pieces, and you gotta work that automatic press, right? Constantly, 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 and all day, every day. So that's the big difference, okay? A lot of times you will have people who are doing vinyl shirts, right? And let's say I call you and I say, hey, I want to get 2 shirts and I want it to be in vinyl, right? I want to get 2 t-shirts. And I quote you $20, right? Say I just quote you $20. Okay, it's gonna be for me on my website. It's $22.99 for a full color DTF printed T-shirt or Echo Solvent printed T-shirt, right? A lot of times, if people do this even with me, because they see on my website, they'll go to the website and they'll say, "Oh, okay, well I can get let's see what the current deal is. I can get a white tee special set for $7. They'll see $7 on the website, right? Okay. But that is when you're printing in bulk, right? So then they'll call and they'll say, hey, I want to get a white t-shirt with full color print or even with one color print. And I say, okay, it's going to be $22.99. It comes up to at about $25, right? Okay, so that's $25. They'll say, well, I can go and I can get, I've seen a place that has white t-shirts for $10, or I've seen a place that has it for, I can get it down the street for that. Okay. Then at that point, what a lot of new people will do is they'll say, oh, okay, well, I'll do it for $10, right? But that person actually cannot get that shirt done for $10 down the street, right? So what do you say when someone comes to you like that? You can be cocky and you can say, okay, well, that's a great deal. If I was you, I would take that on, or you can say something like, well, my vinyl is, I use, I've always, so for me, back when I started, my thing was, because there was a t-shirt place that was right down the thing from me, and they sold vinyl t-shirts. My shirts don't fade, they don't peel, they don't crack, right? I've always sold quality products and I stand by it. And sometimes people are paying for your expertise. A lot of times one last thing I'm going to tell y'all, what people who are out there and you are doing individual shirts and a person does not want to pay you $20 to $25 for a shirt, and you have to sit there and create that design, you have to take into account your time. This is why I don't like to do individual shirts. I'll do an individual shirt if you have a design that's ready to go, right? But if that design is not ready to go and I got to sit there, I got to figure it out, I got to separate it, it's a whole lot of stuff. It gets complicated. And then not only have I spent 30 minutes to design the shirt, but now I've spent another 15, 20 minutes to print the shirt. And then I go back and I'm like, okay, so for, let's say I ended up spending 45 minutes to make one shirt that I got $20 for, right? And a lot of people who are getting into the business will say is, well, I made $20 an hour. You didn't make $20 for that hour. You use your lights, you use your time, you used product. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't make sense. You have to figure out how to make it make sense. And if you are constantly designing, you have to figure out, okay, how can I get over this hump of either I'm going to charge people for this, or do I have a website with a custom designer that already has this stuff on it? Do I have a print process where I can just print digital goods? Because with screen printing goods, you have to be able to color separate. right? The artwork has to come over a certain way. That's one of the things that with people who are doing DTF that they love, because they don't really have to do artwork. If you send them over a design, they don't have to color separate or anything like that. They can just pretty much print it out. So you find those processes that will work for you, that's going to speed up your time. The more shirts you make an hour, the more money you're going to be able to make. And nobody wants to print. Trust me, I did it, y'all. 7, 8 a.m. mornings to 1, 2 a.m. in the morning. I did it. I printed over 1,000,000 shirts. I have printed over 1,000,000 shirts, and it was rough. It was rough. I came to the conclusion that I started, what are you in business for? Are you just busy printing? Or are you busy printing, making money, and not just making a profit, but making a profit that's going to allow you to excel in life and to invest in other avenues of revenue? That's when you can really be successful. When you're making enough profit that you don't have to run those 12-hour shifts or 24-hour shifts, you're able to enjoy your life, take vacations when you want to take vacations and all of that, and you're able to make that profit and not put it all back into your business, right? You only want to put so much back into your business. So I always tell people, I need to at least triple my money. I need to triple, let's say, so this Amazon order that I'm doing now, y'all, this order was came up to about $834. The t-shirts ran me about, I think the t-shirts are a little bit under 150 bucks, right? So you do the math, look at the profit, right? Look at the profit. 36 shirts. 36 shirts. I did upgrade the shirts. And where are those shirts? This is not the shirts. This is the shirts that we're going to do. So this is what the customer wants. They originally wanted back to school on the front and Amazon on the back. And then we upsold the sleeve, right? This simple one color job. Now, I'm going to screen print this because there is no time to order screen printed transfers. So we're going to screen print this. For those people who are out there, I'm going to tell you this. Now, for me, it's a lot easier for me to screen print stuff in-house, but this would be the perfect job for stalls or for you to order custom screen printed transfers. This is the perfect job to do that with. The Amazon logo here, because everything is white and everything is small. So you could do gang sheets with this, and you could probably, if you did gang sheets with this, you would probably get down to the cost of what a screen printer would pay. Because for us, we got to print this so we got to do, I'm going to actually do 2 screens. No, I'm probably going to do 1 screen. I don't know. But normally you would do 3 screens, 1 screen for each color. I'm probably going to do maybe 2 screens on this to be able to put this together. But it's going to be quick and easy. This job is going to take Ken less than an hour to do, and within an hour's time, we're going to walk away with about 600 bucks minus another, let's say you got an hour's time minus the $17.50 for a screen printer to print it. That's what, current cost is. That what are we paying William? 17 bucks. Ken's gonna print this. William's not gonna print this. But Ken's gonna print it. But if we were paying the screen printer, paying our screen printer, if he was coming in to print it, then we would be at $17.50 for an hour just to print this job, right? Which ain't nothing. That's nothing. And and that's why I tell people, don't be afraid to have employees, because you should be able to you should be able to make your money back from, you know, what you have your employees for off of your employees if you can keep them consistently busy. So here's the job. Here is the job, and of course, y'all know what is going on. Y'all know what's going on those next levels. So this is the job. I actually have this printed this out in two different sizes because I'm really not sure of the exact size that I'm going to print it on the sleeve. And I'm going to go ahead and make this film while I'm on here so that I can and go ahead and burn the screens down there when I go down. So let's see here. We're just going to send this over to the Canon printer. We already have our registration marks on. This is going to be real quick and easy for us to do. I print my films out using a Canon printer. Okay, the Canon, that one is not available. So let's see if this one is going to come up. This one is going to come up. Great. So we are going to print it composite. Normally you would do separations, but it's one color, y'all. Go over here to layout and all that stuff, and we don't have any problems here. The only thing that we need to do is we're not going to add any registration marks because I have registration marks already on my film. So the only thing I'm going to do is just resize this, make sure that my paper size is correct. I've had a lot of people hit me up and ask me, hey, about films and their films not being dark enough using a regular printer. I'm printing from, like I said, a Canon Pro. I can print, I use AccuRib or Simple Steps, not Simple Steps. I'm not a fan of Simple Steps at all. I use AccuRib. I use Separation Studio to do my screen printing steps, or I will manually step in Corel Draw. And so a lot of times people will, and I use regular inks. People will go out and they buy specialty inks to do that, but you really don't have to, right? So I'm just going to use a standard print setting. If you find that your films are not dark, you can go in here to color intensity and just bump up the contrast a little bit, and then you'll have darker films. But here we go. We're going to print this, and I'm going to print this baby out and get it popping. Not only do I have that one, I also have another job that we're going to do with halftones. But this is the one that I'm going to actually print out myself. Oh, looks like I got some ink that it needs to be replaced. Let's see which one it is. Which one is it? And it is the black ink. Sometimes this printer, y'all, it will show that the black ink is out and it really don't be out. So we're going to see. So one thing about the Canon printers will print even when the ink is out. This particular one, it will print even if it says that the ink is out. And I'm not using any, you know, like those chip cartridges or resetables or anything like that. So it will print. So I'm just going to let that print out. Okay, Keisha, I see what you're saying here. So you have a small order that needs DTF. Is there a place that does singles? So you need a small order as in one. So yeah, There are several places that do singles. I can't really recommend anyone other than Stalls. I don't think that you can get a single there. I'm not sure. Um, when you say singles, I'm thinking you just mean one. So what I would do for that is to reach out to someone who um, does t-shirts and you know, build a relationship with them to where they can do your individual stuff for you. I would do it for you, sis, but you know, my DTF printer is down, and I don't know if I'm going to even be bothered with it anymore, to be honest with you. I think I made, so the for that printer, y'all, the print head is about 1,800 bucks. And I'm not buying a print head for 1,800 bucks. It doesn't make any sense. I can just buy another printer. So we're just gonna let that stuff sit until I figure out what I want to do with it. Um, and I'm gonna show y'all this film, what I'm talking about on this Canon printer. It's still printing the film regardless. So this is the film that printed out regardless of it not having the, and this is, I just use standard, and I'm using aftermarket inks. I use the not refillable cartridges, but so yeah, that print's gonna be, see, that one's gonna be too big for the sleeve. That's gonna be too, it's really not, but because I'm gonna go with this on the sleeve. That's gonna be my sleeve, and that's gonna be there, the Amazon logo, and then that on the back. So I'm going down because I'm very particular with companies like this. I'm very particular to make sure that there are certain jobs that you need to do yourself or that you need to supervise. And I find that a lot of times with printers, they will outsource things or send things to just have their employees print it. I don't feel that um, my new guy is capable of giving me the quality that I need. And that's one other thing, y'all. When you start wanting to get into bigger jobs, you have to make sure that that quality is on point. You know, you gotta make sure that quality is on point, honey. If it ain't on point, you're gonna end up having problems. You will end up having all sorts of problems. Um, Okay, 11:47. I'm killing time, y'all. I gotta make the move at 12, so I'm just killing time uh, before I do things that I have to do. Date night. Join me Thursday for date night. Um, I may end up having to switch date nights to Friday nights so that I am able to get it done. But we're gonna do date night Thursday, I promise. And we're gonna check out this vinyl. I still do not know who sent me this vinyl. I still don't. I know sometimes people will send me stuff and not follow up and let me know who it came from. So it has a vinyl picker that's pretty nice. And then they sent me all of these colors. So this is a little starter pack that they're selling. And hopefully I'll figure out who it is before the video. So we're going to do that Thursday. What do y'all want to see me print? What kind of prints y'all want to do? What do y'all want to see me print? And I'm going to do something on the UV shift this week. So be looking for those videos where you're going to see the UV shift. And y'all let me know in the comments what y'all want to see printed. Okay, so that job is done. And let me go ahead and drop that down. And it's time for me to check emails. So throughout my day, I'm constantly checking emails. Do a quick check of the emails before I break for lunch and get some other stuff popping. Okay. It's Monday, so we should have a few orders that have come through, and we do. And let's see here. Oh, I see some people are grabbing my techniques. Oh, okay. I see you. Okay. Some people are snatching up my techniques in the industry and using them. So, y'all, I'm going to get off of here and y'all take care. And I will see y'all in the next video. Have a good day and